Devin,
What?
where do you go to get glass?
I think it's the beach.
Why would you? Glass was here before the beach.
I don't remember. Then
Do you have glass bottles?
I have some.
Can you come to my world?
Here in a minute.
Were you on view?
I was a minute ago. Trying to meet Nathan.
How did you know he was there again?
Huh?
How did you know he was there?
The live stream. Live stream.
Did you find him?
No.
It's hard if you're not going to have the motivation to keep doing it. Like, we've done this for 10 years now, which is a lot of years to be making games. And even before then, we were building in Minecraft and stuff. So I think, like, it's okay if you're not, you don't have the most, like, technology, you don't know how to code yet. Just start with what's possible. Like, start in Minecraft, start with Scratch, which is great, a simple new game creation tool. I'm sure there are more things, like also Roblox, I don't know how much experience there, but just make it fun and try to find people who want to do it with you. It was kind of a miracle I found Nathan, but there's tons of people now more than ever that want to build games. So if you find a group of people that want to do it, it's so much easier. And just like it's so awesome. I'd say one also, and a mistake I see a lot of people making when they first get into building games, is trying to jump and build something too complex at the start. You know, I see a lot of people when they're like, oh, I'm gonna get into game development, and I'm building an open world game like Skyrim, and you're like, man, like it's a lot of work. And Nathan and I made that mistake before trying to build games that were just too big in size and scope for our skills, and just did not. So I'd say just start really simple and just focus on finishing projects. You know, I think it can be demotivating to just like make a project and then never have it complete. You know, and I think that's what happens to a lot of people in games. I think that they set their sights too big. What's most likely better, and what Nathan and I did, is build really simple games. And so, you know, and they're not going to be flashy at the beginning. It's going to be like 12 levels of, I think it's really game like that. And there was this game called Barrels where you were a sphere and you had to go up this hill and barrels up and down. Like stuff like that, you know, where you can really finish it. And once you finish a project, you can then build another one that's even bigger. And then after that, even bigger, until you're building games. So that's a path forward that I think supports people to get into game development. So that's what I learned. Alright, so Nathan's gonna come out of here. We'll do another panel. I'm gonna be going in there. But our special guest is about to make an appearance once Nathan gets out of the headset. Yes, and as promised, we're also going to do a code. We're not going to do any of those things where you have 2 milliseconds to enter it. Build the whole weekend, but you know you guys like getting your hands. Nathan has to do a capture.
I succeeded. Hello, I'm back.
Yeah.
It was great hanging out with those of you who I was with in the game. I was a little bit. It was hard to hear everyone, but I'm glad I got to know some like things. Was anyone there for like? Did you get to witness people like worship things? Or something like. Okay,
I was so mad that I won. I think we should change the name.
Oh yeah, that's
yeah, sure.
Set the name so it's the day.
When you work on our database, the dates are in really weird formats that are like so weird.
And
then
we'll
you have to do some
expire
math to figure it
at
out.
the end of the week. It's 26th. And then code will be. Can we take the suggestion?
Oh yeah. Let's
What does the chat say?
Okay, what's the code?
I see fish. It will not be fish.
Speak both your Pepsi. Yes.
What the first real code I see is here. That doesn't have my name in it. I think Jack already gets some candy. I'm gonna do different stuff. But I see Eve's lives.
Lives.
Alright, Eve lives it is. Alright, 34 minutes. I'm a little late for that. But
Yeah.
before that reveal, we have a different kind of.
Yeah. So I'm gonna scoot over. And are you guys excited to meet?
Apparently our mic is quiet. Is there any way?
Yeah. Bam! Our mic is on the loud side now. Alright.
Thanks for the rainbow.
Isaiah,
Hopefully people were, turning it up.
what
Maybe
is
the.
it?
Seemed good.
Well, that was pre-turning it up.
Okay. We're probably good. Yeah. People can adjust their volumes. I know our mic is on the loud.
Yeah, right now.
Yeah.
What's
Okay.
the code?
Anyways,
So, I don't even know how do you introduce,
a human that is not a
Yes. Because I know how to introduce a geek.
Yeah. I feel like the best way to introduce this person
Yeah.
is that they are sometimes human,
Can you tell me how to
sometimes food, sometimes friend,
Why?
Sometimes. Oh.
sometimes foe, honestly.
Yeah.
But they are nonetheless a key asset to
I,
what makes Deeps what it is today.
E,
I am a little worried by the rustling in the bushes.
It does.
what is study the
They may
room?
emerge.
Come on.
Hey, Jack and Nathan, what are you guys doing here?
We're
I was just stopping by the office to pick up my MetaQuest headset. I was going to go play some Animal Company this weekend.
Is that so?
Oh, am I not allowed to say that?
You are not allowed to say that. In fact, you are now forbidden from speaking on the stream.
Do we bleep that out if I say that? Animal Company? Gorilla Tag? Hush. Okay, scary
anyway,
baboon.
Okay. Well, for those who don't immediately recognize by this lovely shirt here,
Wait, let's see if Chad can figure out.
Okay.
Let's see if Chad can figure out.
Chat says, "Oh, that's a code name."
Oh.
I see a couple loaves. Oh, I said. Anyways,
Oh yeah, tell Isaiah I was the one that got that
can't comment.
That code.
This is a boomerang gadget right here.
In the flesh.
No, tell him I'm the one that named the code.
He's the one that names Isaiah. I need glass.
Did he hear you?
Yeah,
What'd he say?
nothing. Can you make like 2x4 windows over here? Yes. What?
I've been working with us for months. Is that we're able to do and make the quality of the things we do better. We're not bringing the neighbors that way. We're bringing people on build the best team.
Tell him Loaf is an owner of Yeeps now.
Lowe is an owner of Houston. He said no.
Huh?
He said no.
It's 2.
It's 2.
Check the live.
Check the line.
He is now. Check the live.
He is no. See, don't yell that.
What'd he say?
No one wants to crash out.
I ain't. I'm telling you the truth.
Yeah. He said, but it's not worth the crash out.
Yeah, and I'm not.
It's
So what's going to do? I have to move all the mirrors now.
it's hard because there are so many good islands that I'm constantly excited. I think one that had a special place in my heart was an update that we had been dreaming about for a while. And honestly, it was like, for the day that I wanted to show you it, would be enough. When we did it, it felt like it was super clear. And that ended up being the wire. It was like a huge impact on the connecting the rest of the team. We wanted to make it dynamic thing with like
I'm there. How's it look so far?
we've been dreaming about it for a long time, and then eventually we're like, it's now.
So this is the VIP room, right? Want to see the YouTuber room?
So I spent up 2 weeks for this. It's also
It's going to need some lights, though. Do you have lights? Can you make like a switch to turn the light on or off?
Has actually
Okay.
been cyber Is that your insight?
There are a lot of really cool problems to solve related to
How do you spatialize audio? How do you make it so that you can
You
place it
have
out on
signs.
speakers and doesn't blow out your ears?
Can I have sign?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, these nerds both really like audio.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Nathan and I are just nerding out about
We've done our audio stuff and audio, not a Minecraft. Well, did you ever do any notebook stuff?
I also did no block stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. But favorite update to work on, definitely Cyberwave.
That's fair. And you also did actually. I was gonna say Cyberwave also because from my side, I was just like putting in a bunch of songs, and I was like, I got to hear like 5,000.
What do you mean?
Oh, the community music too, also very updated. Absolutely.
I know, I got it when during this season. During this
No, we had stuff in our head.
Actually, I'd be like,
Yeah.
I haven't got no more bundles.
So that was really great. My other favorite update is kind of a weird one because I don't think I was looking that directly on it, but the Pop Hunt update is one of my favorites, and mainly because I feel like I remember like just actually playing it like felt a lot like I guess like classic, you know. Like,
I need you to play some live right now.
I just feel like playing it like and actually like the tension of like hiding it, like I see like seeing like canister or like the whatever like gnomes like running around. It's just like it was just so like funny and also like so like that it just felt really rewarding. And the end of the
How
other
did it do that? How's it light up?
ideas we used that was that and we thought that might be too limiting to be like what the entire game is, but finally being able to like put in that idea of like there's so many fun things to come from like hiding in something and switching to something else, or like just like being there in plain sight because like there's so much just like confusing stuff that comes with problem that just made it such a good thing. Oh, there's a moderator in this lobby. Like why? I don't think I've ever seen a moderator in this game.
I feel like this is I'm in one of those videos that they have like super servers one.
Yeah.
And I'm like trying to, I'm not sure if
I would have told him, but I did not.
So if you hide in the channel, I also really just the Star Creators like that some No, not for me, but that's okay.
Yeah. And with that, I'm going to head and get permission.
Oh yeah, so I'm sure people will be confused, but if you are in game and you see Nathan, but actually not something comes up right now.
It's not a good troll. And all this. Yeah, I think
Hey Google, how do you spell guess?
there.
Hey Google, how do you spell guess?
Okay. And why is it problem?
The strap, I don't understand how y'all use it like any strap. Like the great thing about this is I can like take this with me when I'm going. Like if I would school
Yeah, a really interesting thing about working with virtual reality headsets is that you get to know the size of the coworkers' heads. And I
Hey
happen to
Google,
know that
how do you spell
Jack's
interview?
head is a lot smaller. So whenever I put on his headset, I can barely use it. Your strap is usually a lot looser.
Okay.
I think so. So I think in case anyone's curious, of heads, Nathan has the widest head, and then I have the little longest head. And Jack has.
Hey Google,
All the code
how do you
is
spell interview?
DCUA. I wonder what's the meaning.
I'll
I'll leave that to check for you right now. But anyway, if you plan to see us in games, then go ahead, go to DCBA, and you will find a cabinet on the list for all your pets, whatever pet salad. And also because cooking, I've always wanted to cook. And there was a big, like, not fight, but like internal like debate about like why would we have to eat? Also, your lobby is full right now. But once we had the idea of having pets, sorry for the switch lobby for the kids. This moment, the lobby is full. I don't know what I'm seeing. I can see like something in the background. There's just like an image. There we go. Here we go. Ooh, I love it. Anyways,
What is Jack doing with Timothy?
no,
Jack,
no,
Timothy, no!
no. You want to be? No, they're talking about it. I can't save you. The lobby's so close. Anyway, we had a low village question. In Google form. I love Google. The question was, on a scale of 1 to 100, how do you like your day?
Oh man, that's a very deep, philosophical question. I mean, some days I show up and I'm really tired and I'm just absolutely toast. It's totally burned. But I usually prefer to show up and be red. So on a scale from like 1 to 100, the experience of being toast, I would say is probably in the negatives. Probably around negative 20. But the experience of eating toast, that's an entirely different question. You know, I have mixed feelings about what some would call crushing the loaf, as being a loaf myself. So the experience of eating toast, I think I'd also rate as negative, probably around.
Have you been crushed in a public lobby?
I have.
Because I have.
People have tried to. They say, let's try crushing a loaf, and I say, well. But yeah, eating toast, I'd say negative 120. Eating toast, negative 20.
That's fair. My experience of being crushed was right when the wiring update came out. I remember on this contraption that they had built, where they had a bunch of doors going in a big circle around the entire network. And so like you would walk into it, and then like suddenly the doors would start falling, and so like you were basically riding this tidal wave, and it failed to like escape the tidal wave. Like I was with people, they were like sledding, they were trying their best. Once you fell in, the doors would just like consume you, and you were like stuck in there. And I'm not sure if you could. But
They're too good at building.
it was a great time. I just remember like the experience of being stuck in in there with everybody was honestly like one of my favorite wiring updates. That and like why is Jimothy like flying? Oh, you're here invisible. Like, Nathan, have you ever been toast before? Ever been toast? I actually was not a toast like enjoyer or consumer or toast exister for a long time. I was I don't know. I feel like I was worried that all my bread was roasted, so I just didn't have bread around, and therefore I didn't feel ever like I roasted it. But eventually, I grew an appreciation for it. Also, I'm seeing a lot of questions in the chat about. Jack, you already answered. Okay, it has not been answered yet. So I'm seeing in the chat a lot of questions about Star Creator Round 2. I was going to have Jack answer this, but I feel like this is my opportunity to answer. I know that we're planning to add more, and I'm thinking that we're probably going to have a second round before the summer. But I also think that something important to note about the way we're going to do Star Creator is we're probably going to do like smaller batches, just so that we don't have to like have like one gigantic. What is everyone fighting for it? So that we don't have to have like a gigantic reveal with everybody like sitting there waiting for it. Like that way, there's more opportunities for getting it instead of just like everybody sitting there. So, so I think there will be like a very like intense anticipation for the next round, and then I just think that like kind of like the idea is that like we might have like slightly more frequent but smaller Star Creator drops. Not 100% sure on that, but all I can say for sure is that we're gonna have more. In fact, before the summer, that could be in June. It's not gonna be June, because we also wow, a lot of cash.
Yeah, I can start.
You're actually not allowed to start Creator because. Anyway, so hopefully that covers Star Trek questions. I am curious to know who y'all are thinking of or thinking should be in the Star Trek program. I have some but if people have some people that I might not know about, I would be curious to know. Will be kicked off the stage. Another question that I'm seeing around here, I should also cover some of the games. If you meet me at the clam, I'm a talkative guy. Does anyone know what the clam is? I would love to meet you at the clam, whoever gets this question. We make the mistake, honestly, of not including names with the question, so I'm never going to know who. But I would love to meet you, talkative guy. If you all meet at the clam one day. Okay. Will there be more music submissions in the future? This is kind of a similar thing, I guess, to Star Creator that we're not 100% sure. I will say there's not going to be music submissions before the summer because we're planning something very big for the summer. There was a lot of, if you're wondering, like, there was a period where Steve, I feel like, was just completely MIA, and he was just basically, like, heads down working on, like, legal stuff for that and other stuff. So it does, even though we're not making songs, there's a lot of stuff that we have to do to make sure it's good. But that being said, I thought the music contest was super awesome. And I know a lot of people know what the music contest is like. There are a lot of people who I think are really interested in making songs, and I would love to see more music. So if you want to start writing music like now, you can like maybe tentatively start thinking of things, but I don't know when. There's also a chance we might try with like maybe games or like try to make like scary songs. Maybe that would be more specific. Oh, deal. Anyway, so I'm definitely looking forward to more music competitions. There will be more opportunities. So don't stress out if you're a musician. It's the last contest. There will be. You are allowed to start music. Oh, sweet. But only if you go like rice or something.
There very well may be a low music submission in the next contest.
That would be pretty nice. So that's just that question. Do you see any of these questions that you think you can answer? You can answer this one.
Will you? Okay, so the question is, will you ever make an item that copies only part of the map? And this is a particularly funny question because I have actually been working on an item that I
cannot confirm exactly what it does yet, but it does something similar to what we described in that question. So the answer is yes, something will be coming that does something sort of like what that comment describes. And the lab rats will be finding out on Monday.
So, and you will not be there.
I will not be there.
But
I will be.
It will be there, and then we'll be telling you about it. Oh wow. Figure out who's worse. Alright, I'm gonna answer some questions now. First, let me just check on the chat to see if there's any burning questions. Wow, what is going on? What was the reason for butt joke? I don't know. Have you all not had like the dream of like going to lobbies and like, I feel like this has been something that I've been doing since butt jokes. Actually, not. Mainly it was because we were coming up with like we wanted like guitar for the Rockstar, and we wanted to have like a guitar that people would still play a similar instrument. And we just thought the band was a fun thing, and also there's like next content creator comes to me. How to make a game mode? Can't do. Okay, let me answer some more questions from. Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna answer some fast questions so that I can get to it. So, what is my favorite anime? This is actually gonna be a harder question. There are lots that I am a fan of. I also used to like watch with like I had a friend group that I would watch it with. One of the ones that I thought was pretty cool was Full Metal Alchemist. I feel like a lot of people say that's my favorite anime. It's just got like a really tight story. It's not that long compared to like a lot of long anime. It's got some really interesting like mechanics. It's got like some kind of like not like a hard magic system, but it's like a little bit more like rule down with the fights. And also, so that one is one. There was also one that I really enjoyed. It's like it starts kind of weird, but it's pretty good. It's called Assassination Classroom. And what I really liked about it is because I really like education, believe it or not. Even though I myself am not an educator and I have never attempted to educate people, I really like the fact that the show kind of like took the idea of being a teacher and like made like all these sort of like fun like slice of life lessons that also featured like gardens and intense action. Like one of my favorite things about that anime is that like when they're taking like tests, it's visualized as they're like fighting in battle. So they've got like they're like, oh my gosh, this math question is gonna get me, and then it's like shooting lasers with them, and they're like, ah, but the answer is like this. It's really cool. It's a little weird as some anime is, but I'm a fan. It's also fun.
Yeah, I don't really watch.
It is enough.
I just spend a lot of time on YouTube watching Mr. Beast, for better or for worse.
That's also fair.
And I eagerly await Squid Game season 3. So that's the kind of stuff that I watch.
Yeah, I don't know. As a kid, I was very I don't know, like afraid of watching live action. I like only watched cartoons most of the time. So I was a big fan of. Some people saw it in the music thing. I was a big fan of Gravity Falls when that was coming out. I loved the theorizing aspect. I loved the like mysteries behind it. And I was like that world. Not an anime. And I also watched some of the more recent kind of shows that came out that were sort of spiritual successors to that. There's one called The Owl House, which is also quite good. It's got and a couple others of that vein that I'm not right now. Anyways, enough about TV. That was supposed to be a quick question. Let's see. Will the Godzilla set be released if people need answers? My answer is I'm not sure that people need answers, but I'm gonna say maybe. Is the sky real or only trapped in a dome? In real life or in real life, we're definitely trapped in a dome. In Heaps, I think the sky is verifiably, well, it's real within the context of what the Heaps world is, but also, I would say maybe, well, like, the Heaps world is technically fiction. Like, it is? Okay, maybe I should, okay, the Heaps world is not fictional. It is real in the sense that what you build is real. And in that the sky is also real. But it may be a dome as well. I'm gonna move on. Will more achievements be coming in all up to personally some updates? This is something that I tried to answer during the achievements update, but I think it wasn't super clear. So the achievement system is something that I think we may expand on from time to time, but it's not something we're going to be adding on every update because the goal of achievements is really to kind of give like new players like a few like things to kind of get you started, and then like as you go on, like kind of like highlight some of the things that we think would be like a good way to experience it. And so like while we're going to be continuing to add really cool updates, not all of them necessarily like for example, a lot of the music stuff is really cool, but like there's no reason that like a new player should like have an achievement that's like listed every single time. So I think that when there's things that we think are going to be like more things to do, we'll probably add achievements. But the way that we'll be adding like achievement like things is there'll be daily challenges with every update. So there's always going to be like the content that comes with each update is always going to have like a button reward associated with it. It just may not be in an achievement. Achievements are so there will be more achievements eventually, but there won't be achievements for everything. So hopefully that makes sense. Also, here's an interesting question. How long did it take to make Yeeps to a state where you can play it with your friends? You may have actually seen this from the like recap video where we did like the whole in like 3 minutes, but we actually like the very first version of Yeeps was playing with people. We thought it was actually really important. We thought it was really important that like the experience of being with people and like you can double tap. We just thought it was really important that you be able to like experience things with people because like it's one thing to make a game where you play build stuff to play like it's another thing to make it so that you can do that and also play like so it was very early that like we did the first version. Also, it's only 6 more minutes until the big reveal.
Do we get to any live chat questions?
I get to a couple, but let's see.
Any chat live?
I'm going back to the chat now to double check on those.
Yeah, we did comments and say off there. Are you planning on adding a lot of flash? This is one of the things I've wanted to see. I know. It's very cool to see that, but makes you want actual. But if we do it, we're going to do it right. So it's currently, I mean, it's not coming like, it's not currently planned, but it's something that is super fun. And I would love to see like fire maybe.
I also see a lot of Florence Lava too. I love Florence Lava. I feel like it would work really well with like building parkour and stuff. So I think there's a lot of connections. I also saw very briefly where Steve is sending his regards. He's unfortunately busy with Jason, but Steve sends his hellos.
I swear this e-car is going to topple anything.
What is your name? Oh, why is your name?
What is your
What is your name?
Yeah, why is it?
They thought Joseph was not as good.
Fair enough.
And they went with Nathaniel because my last name is and yeah, I'm not Jewish. It's nothing. It's just how it happens to be like this. But they like the idea of having a long first name.
Can you call Isaiah? Yeah.
I would say honestly, like an important unspoken part about coming with someone's name is like.
What do you want me to tell him?
I need this help.
Brandon said he needs your help.
Hold on, I'm doing something. I'm in the middle of trying to find Derek.
Oh. Well, go to Brandon's private world when you can.
No, they're in a.
See ya.
Yeah.
He'll join your private world here in a minute.
That is my government name because it's what shows up on my birth certificate and it's what the IRS calls me when they need that.
Do you make any money here?
I get paid in bucks.
When people call me mad, it's like when your parents are like angry at you and they like use your full name. So it's like a little bit. So it's like a little bit weird. All my friends call me mad.
Jack, what is your favorite animal? I had actually a lot of animals growing up, and Nathan knows.
Yeah. You had like a whole like.
Yeah, no, my room was like a jungle. It was so wet and moist in there that eventually it had got moldy and I had to switch.
But I didn't see that part.
Well, yeah, but I had a chameleon and a lot of other things. But I think the chameleon was my favorite pet.
Also, let's see. We made 3 more minutes here. Let's get to another.
Okay. And we might also answer questions after the.
Oh yeah, we'll answer a couple.
Yeah.
Can we answer this one?
Yes, sure.
Okay, so the question is, what are your thoughts on Gorilla Tag seemingly copying Loftus? I did see that also Gorilla Tag has also comments about this, so we may be sort of repeating the same thing, like
Yeah. We first of all we like Gorilla Tag and everything, right? I think it's funny how it's been a really funny coincidence the times that there have been like seemingly like copying over us, but also like you have to recognize that a lot of these things like it was funny like on the pets update, right before the critters update, but like we don't talk to Gorilla Tag, and like they don't talk to us, and like just the fact of the boat, like you can't see another game and be like, oh, you dropped pets. Let's build an entire update in 2 days and then launch that. So it's really just coincidence. I think all of us are just.
I think we're all seeing the same things, kind of like what the community wants, and I recognize that, and I think they recognize that like it's certainly like odd, right? It would be disingenuous to not say it's odd, but I also think that it would not be in their best interests to just look at Eves and be like, wow, I want this exact thing. And I know that they also like that team. They've had a lot of like people who are like slightly older than us, and so like for example with Prop Hunt, which I know some people are calling out, like as they mentioned, like Prop Hunt is a lot older than like we are, and they grew up playing a lot of the same games that we grew up playing, and so I think the fact that they like have a similar thing is really just a testament to the fact that like we all like recognize this. Why is this guy floating, by the way?
I think it really comes down to one of the greatest things about these VR games, like Keep Gorilla Tag, is they're really just a cool world that you can like expand in a lot of really cool ways, and a lot of us draw from our childhood of like what games we grew up playing. And
yeah, we still kind of have a sort of similar childhood, I suspect, in that like we grew up playing games, and now that we're in VR, we see new ways to execute on them. And I think it's also really nice that like we can see how different people like execute on the same ideas, even if they're not like again because they're not pulled from the same.
14 seconds.
14 seconds. Oh gosh.
We don't want you looking at another question.
No, I forgot. What are we reviewing? Oh wait. Okay. Never mind.
It's the big reveal.
Yeah, it's the big reveal. Okay. 0. So the reveal is.
Skibbity Toilet is coming to you.
No way!
No way! I knew it! I knew it! Nathan dropped his phone.
Wait, we should switch lobbies first off, just to give a new. Well, actually, I guess we're not going to be seeing this lobby. Okay,
we're just gonna show it, right?
We are just going to show it. Okay,
we are just gonna show
brace yourselves, everyone. It's about to happen. I'm going to say in the chat. Here we go. Okay, so.
What, are you gonna preface it?
You're right, there's no way to preface this. You just.
Alright. I'm gonna mute us so I can just go.
Well,
It's a lot of
We're
what's
increasing
happening.
the version number.
Oh my gosh, we're getting rid of the one. I've been waiting for this day.
this is
so long.
big news.
This is big news. All right, stream's over. Goodbye. Okay. So okay, one thing that I'll have to preface that I can't preface is that since this is coming out, as you saw, in July, we cannot say that much on this yet, and we will, even though we'll be talking a little bit about it, we know it's way too soon to reveal like anything super meaningful about this. So that is why that's about the extent of what we can show you visually. So
What?
while
How do
we
you
open
make
to questions,
it where
we'll be saying.
people can't
Yeah,
go
and we
to
were
it?
really like, all I can say is like, as a whole team, we're super.
I don't know. I'll help you later, okay?
Suggestion.
Also want to make it to where people can't get
It's not necessarily like this
Okay.
specific idea, but rather just like really kind of gathering and re-evaluating like everything that we've seen and like taking the time to really do a much bigger update, like bigger than a bio.
It's not even fair to call it an update.
But it's also not a big game. It's still,
Yes, it is.
But like, I suppose, yeah. Oh, look, we've got some people who are helping to promote 2.0. That is correct. So, yeah, it's very exciting. It's also very scary.
It's going to be a very large moment for youth,
Yeah.
and we
By
are
scary, I
super
don't mean
excited.
horror. I just mean I'm nervous, but in a good way. It's perhaps. What else is there? Let's see. What are people asking about this? Let me just see if there's any questions I can answer. My birthday's in 8 days. Happy early birthday.
My birthday was 5 days ago.
Yeah, and also it is for the 1 year anniversary.
Oh yes,
we mentioned we were doing something very big for the 1 year anniversary, and this
is the thing. To call it a thing is an overstatement. Understatement.
to call. Yeah, Nathan doesn't. Is fumbling a little bit right now.
Yeah. Oh, it's someone's dog's birthday. You know, we can also call it the dog's birthday. Yeah, I think most people are understanding that like it won't. What it is not something we'll necessarily be able to explain. So I'm just seeing a lot of.
It will something we'll be releasing more things about as.
Oh yes, we will continue to reveal more information about it. But the most important thing also, if you didn't see it, is that it will drop on July 17th. So that is a Thursday. I believe originally our anniversary was on the 18th.
Yes, correct.
But it's the Thursday before that. It's on Thursday.
So you get it 1 day early, yay.
That's crazy. I love it when things come 1 day early. So be ready for that. Mark your calendars. Go out. Does anyone still have physical calendars? If you got a physical calendar, like put a big giant red circle on it. You know, put like your Yeeps plushie on the calendar, like staring at it intently.
Yeah, literally like black out every single other day and just like
make sure. Day. Yeah, that day you gotta be there.
You have to be there. You just have to be there. We've already started work on this.
We started work on this, and also one of my favorite things about this update is that a lot of the questions that we got will be answered.
Yeah, we couldn't answer a lot of questions because
they would have revealed without the update. So, yeah.
And I mean, there will be no test for it, right?
Oh yes. Also, that's an important thing. Because this update is so important and so big, we will not be having a lab test for it. So not even the lab rats will know.
Not even the star creators will know.
Not even star creators will know. You're right. So we. No, I can't say that. Yeah. So you have to be there. There's no. We'll be revealing information periodically in the Discord. If you are watching this live stream and you're not in the Discord somehow, by the way, I'm very impressed. You should join the Discord. But you'll find out stuff about it, but you won't be able to play it until that day. So you gotta be there.
Yeah, you just have to be there.
Okay.
Wait.
Should we wind things down just a couple more?
We'll wind things down to some other questions.
Braden said, can you join him now? You said you joined Braden.
Well, I mean, I'm watching the guys live stream. I don't know why you ain't watching it, but.
I am watching it.
Well, tell them I'm doing something. Tell them trying to get to the page server.
Yeah, they're not switching codes. They just said that.
I did not know that. I was codes.
I think that we can't reveal much more than that right now, but there will be plenty of fun stuff. We've also got other updates.
No.
Oh yeah, there are still.
He was starting to be a brat to me.
Or what?
Absolutely nothing.
What did he say?
He's like, well, I didn't know. Well, he's going like, well, I'm waiting to get in their world. I told him, well, they said they weren't switching codes. Well, I didn't know that.
So if he knows it now,
No, he said he's not coming.
uh,
I don't know.
So, as you guys also know, we did Brandy's Lab, and that was a very involved collaboration. And that's what we kind of think about as like that's what a collab done right looks like. Where it's high effort is really involved meaning something across education. So we take collabs very seriously. And I would love to do collabs with other games in the future. But just know we take collabs very seriously. So if we're gonna do one, it will be like a big, and not just like some little thing.
Isaiah?
Something that is we would love to do.
I see another 2.0.
Isaiah? Isaiah? Isaiah?
Alright, Nathan is now.
Come here, I need to show you something. How's the VIP section look?
Do you ever add community suggestions? If so, what have you added so far?
I want to add more windows.
But so some of the ones that I featured in the original slide, I did mention this. We post suggestions all the time. I think people in Discord know this generally, but like my kind of rule personally is that I will read as basically every suggestion that I see if I don't. But I will like basically read through every post, and I won't say anything because if I know if I say anything, I will have to say anything. So my kind of rule is like I try not to say anything, but I take personal notes.
And we spawned a bunch of windows.
But some of the ones that just got very directly added are before the Ocean 5 update.
Okay.
Those requests. That one got added. Sorry, Jack went over to like aggressively shove away from the chair.
Like 1 foot away from the wall.
Massive face of the wall. We added glass, and then something that we did not expect to do was vertical glass. I don't know why we didn't expect it to be added. In hindsight, it makes a lot of sense. It's one of my favorite things to be added. But vertical glass came straight from people that they think be added. Also, the Battlecraft update 2.0 was pulled from a lot of community suggestions.
You said you wasn't going to.
That's what he told me.
Super highly requested. The shotgun, which we're not really sure if we needed. In hindsight, I think is one of my favorite for the pellet weaponry. Item dispenser actually was like a suggested thing that we were like not sure about, but then like when people talked about it, and also a bunch of tech ideas that there's some types that we see that they're owl pet. I remember like the same thing like y'all we had the barn and everyone was wondering, wait, is that Pupfruit? Yeah, Bobby. Sorry. So we what was something? Oh yeah, the cow was just like basically and then
Yeah, I just want to rattle off.
pretty sure platypus pet the fire platypus the next pet that's coming is coming. Oh yeah, also item restrictions. I know team item restrictors are also highly requested, just so you know. It's a little more complicated than time for. Also,
What are they talking about?
Stuff coming soon.
Many things. And many things are more suggestions. Like, almost, this is a fun one. Who came up with the name Yeats? And was there another name you're going to pick? So, you want to talk a little bit about the
so the process, I think I vaguely alluded to this in the retrospective, but we started with just the name of the game was just like what you kind of want to do. It was like it's like Pillar Utopia or whatever, right? Like it was just like a world, and we feel like the characters the name of the game because you play as these characters. The characters are so important. Like we want them to be able to name the game, and then we sat there. Like we named the characters for so long, so we basically all of us wrote down a bunch of name ideas on the Paragon document. If you want to see that document, and then it's just kind of listen through them. Basically listen through them, and if we kind of got a reaction from the team, we took little ones that we also had on there. One of my favorites was Fluffus. Just like Fluff Puppets. I thought this was genius.
I remember Nathan was like big on it.
I wrote a big fan because also the.
How do you become a?
In hindsight, I think it's not as fun because I like the fact that
You gotta know them in real life.
the thing you can't do it. It's okay. Also,
Who
so
became the co-owner?
Loaf.
So does
Gabe's. Oh yeah.
So Loaf knows them in real life.
Yeah, he's in the stream right now with them.
High school, Jack and I like Jack had.
Wasn't much of a choice.
Jack had this jacket.
Isaiah's still saying he loves and co-owner.
He's literally on the stream right now.
And so they began to think to call each other Gabe's.
Loaf is no co-owner.
Tell him I know, and I don't care what he thinks right now.
And it was just
You don't care.
first of all, I feel like everyone was gonna think that they were apes, but they're not really apes. And just
Tell him I don't mean that in a mean way.
You don't.
But I know he is a co-owner because they said it earlier.
But you kind of drew from
yeah, you pulled
Isaiah?
our high school Gabe thing.
Isaiah, I need more glass.
I wish somehow I'm not remembering. I think Fluffits.
Focus was a big one.
Isaiah,
We had.
glass, please.
Nathan's gonna pull it.
I'm gonna pull this off. You can answer another question.
Okay.
If I pull a Fluffit though, I guarantee you can't. Oh, here it is.
That was fast.
Yeah. All right. Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah, there's.
Oh yeah. There was small.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. And there's also stufflings. Fluffing. Yeah. All right. Next question.
Next question. Oh shit. Yeah.
Okay, we know.
Education.
What'd he say?
He started yelling, Loaf's not a co-owner.
I don't care, Isaiah. He is on the stream right now.
Comfortable experimentation with it's not like education so much as experience. Use was not a first game, and I don't think Use was a first game.
Let me guess. He searched up on the internet. Is Loaf a co-owner, didn't he?
The fact that we had made so many other no.
Isaiah, how do you start the music? Oh, just a minute.
So that's one aspect of communication that I think. The other thing that I think was important was
I think playing games is important. That's if you're gonna build a game, you should be avid game player. I think there's a lot of things that in order to make a good game, like there's one thing which is the technical experience, and you don't necessarily get technical experience from games usually, but you do get you get like game. I don't know. You get good at being like, what's fun in games? What's like your brain begins to understand games, the ins and outs of games. So then it's like you need to pair that like game sense with technical skills, which really only come from just starting to do it in a simple way and just building. It's like anything, if you're gonna train to do something, you start simple and then you keep doing it for like repetition and then scaling
yeah, not starting with something very hit the shell.
Okay, Isaiah, can you give me more glass now? Isaiah,
Probably nothing important. Oh yeah, it's hard to make games if you
please
don't think
play with me.
So
Yeah.
we played a lot of games first, and I think we wouldn't be game developers.
Can you give me glass?
But in terms of formal education, college and stuff,
We
they
did.
can help, but also it's not that important because we did computer science in college and
We were already making games before we did
Yeah.
that, though, right?
yeah. Like you just learn the skill set you need
Glass.
as you just do it. And there's so many resources online and nowadays with like any AI now, make it so much easier to learn stuff. So yeah, just start doing.
Have you make games with AI also? I should be clear. I know some people probably confused.
Have you ever stressed badly about finishing an update in time?
Yes, it's every update. I'm just kidding. Well, not exactly. I think for me personally, I don't know if this is for everyone. The one that I was most stressed about was the war update, and the only reason was because we had just completed like this gigantic effort. We were doing the wish list screen. We were like basically like from an outside perspective, we were like fully focused on like everything was all about like the wish list, which was awesome and it was really exciting. And then like 4 days later or something, we had the war update, and it was also like during the so it was a little stressful, but also
I'm building the
it wasn't as
glass.
bad because we had done so much of the preparation before the holidays, so we still had enough time to like spend time with our families first,
Whoa.
and then like on the day of the war, we did like get ready. So it was just like a weird time to release an update. That's the only thing that was a little bit odd. That's also why a lot of games.
I'd say was it the Halloween? I feel like the Halloween update was stressful because we had to. You were up all night doing like the map reading because it was every single map.
Yeah, we were like, and I think it was we were at an event.
Yeah.
We were testing it while so we had like less time than usual. So I just remember like I just like stay until like 6 a.m. or something ridiculous and just like went through it like 3 hours. So I remember that like when they landed and saw what I had done. People, some of the reason had also been done in advance by they created that pumpkin tree thing that was not my doing.
But yeah, the worst is when there's work that you forget you have to do and then you realize
Isaiah,
they have to do it like the day before. So that sometimes happens.
I need to get rid of this. Can you? No, I need less.
Oh, that's my job. Well, if I say yes, I guess I should. But if I say
we've been wanting it to happen for like so
long. I need about one that's about. I need one that's about this size.
At some point. Will it happen before Let's make half your sure. That's the deadline. Hopefully before
I'm making like a pattern.
Yes. Oh, I have one thing that was pretty wild. I technically didn't do it, but basically Jack and I were in the same physics class.
The ones behind the couch
You know, physics
probably
is something
doesn't even matter.
we were both like we had while it wasn't easy, we had the like skill to kind of mess around, and also the teacher was like chilling. So what Jack did was he saw that there was this like dollar bill. There was one single
Okay.
$1 on the.
All we need to do is this.
Oh wait, that's not the thing. And he saw $1 bill was on the teacher's desk, and he was like, "Hey, if I finish this test in like 10 minutes,
Yeah.
with a perfect score, to be we had like an hour. Like, can I have that dollar?" And he just like gave me just like one. He's like, "Sure, why not?" And to be fair, the reason this is also wild is because like I think the test before this, you had taken a test like while reading like on the
I was just trying to make it fun. I took a test while I was like upside down.
Yeah, and your face was super red by the end.
Yeah.
So, anyway, did you get the dollar?
No. But I could fit in like. Dude, what am I supposed to do? It had to get a perfect score. There's only so much you could like so quickly move on that.
That's pretty wild. The other wild thing, the other crazy thing we did in high school was make video games. Like that was a crazy thing.
Yeah.
And we had to take Minecraft.
Isaiah,
Um,
I'm gonna need
automatic weapons to use aside from the
that big.
Well, the thing is, I've always felt like in a lot of games, the guns can overshadow any other thing, you know? And while I don't doubt it would be cool to have like a freaking automatic weapon, yeah. I think there are like, I'm worried that it would just make other gadgets just not as good of options, and it would just be like why would you use the pellet gun? We can just run around with like a pellet AK-47 and just mow people down, you know? I just
without making them like not as fun.
Yeah.
Like you can make them really weak or have like, and I know that there are ways to do them well. So it's definitely like
yeah. The Firebirds was the first experiment. Like one of the fundamental balancing things in use is that ranged weapons you can't really use them as you run around because we felt that if you could, they would just be like really.
Because you can move so fast that like if you can blast someone while also being like. So like what's nice about like most of our ranged weapons, you gotta either get close to them and it's kind of risky, or it's really hard to hit them.
Yeah, but you have to stop, or you like you'll lose the what you fire it. You can't fire it while you're also running. Well, you can fire it, but you'll have to.
Yeah, so the Fireburst right is something that you can run around and like blast people with, and that's really fun. And so like if we can like get other stuff similar to that, I think it's not impossible, but it'll have to be done very.
So there's a Mexican at my school, and they don't even know Spanish.
Even though it's like a great idea,
what?
It's not just like.
There's a Mexican at my school, and they don't even know Spanish.
But I still think there's room for ideas like the minigun and more unique things that are more out there, and you could have.
Actually,
and if she don't know Spanish, then she can cross the border.
Okay. What are your opinions on Legos? Before I played Minecraft, I was a big Lego builder. I don't know if any of you have these in your homes. Maybe I was just like weird, but we had this big bin, and it wasn't of Legos, and it wasn't like sorted by the type of Lego. We just like
all of our
Legos
sorted. I don't know. My dad was always like, you gotta sort them so that you can not dig around for all the time, and I was like, too much work. But then I would dig them.
Yeah. And one of my favorite things to do with Legos was I had this like vehicle, and I like it started off as just like a big tank thing, and I really believed that like the coolest contraptions were things that were like modular. So you build a piece of the vehicle first, and then just like attach it onto the vehicle. And so like the vehicle is basically like a bunch of like little modules that like all connected. I think I like saw this video on like the International Space Station. I was like, this is ever. And then what made that vehicle so great was that you couldn't move it because it was too heavy, it was fragile. So I never got to do anything with it. But I still have it.
I remember seeing that.
Yeah, it's like.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
It's got like a kitchen on the back. It's got a watchtower. It's got like a turret that like flips the tower over and shoots the turret out. It got saw blade in the front. It's really cool. Anyway, so yeah, I was trying to like.
Yeah, you're gonna be required to prove freaking code.
So that's my opinion on Legos. Legos are great. And also, Legos are.
Yeah. We'll take 3 more questions.
Also, should we pick one question from the chat as one of those?
Yes.
Okay. Whoa. Okay, I think I'm just gonna.
That's all the glass we need.
What's the biggest thing you did?
I
I feel like I have an answer to this question.
No, we
Biggest
don't.
thing you did without telling me.
I mean, we worked
I can
together
think of
pretty closely.
No.
One
No.
that Jack did kind of
No.
me. Well, I sort of was like right before that. You'll notice that like the trailer is different from the actual game.
Okay.
And so like he was like everybody got it, I was like, Jack was like, well, I'm just gonna work on this like experiment. It might happen if it's not. I'll let you know. And I was very nervous to come to this.
Honest.
Like I was wondering if anything happen, but also like Jack was like theoretically wasting his time on something I had no idea what was about. And then he showed
I might need one more giant.
the like lighting. Like they have like
One giant glass.
like everything is completely there's no like dark or light areas.
If you're looking at that original concept.
Yeah, the original Alpha trailer. Make sure you don't use the power at the or like when you're playing on whatever map. Like very fun.
Okay.
And I also remember
Now I gotta fill this up. Okay. You painted the water.
Yeah.
So that was something.
How did you know it was going to be a pool?
It just looks, it makes it look a lot.
But we need fans. We need fans.
But for now, that was a really big decision. I remember one of the first suggestions I saw on Discord.
The fans?
That is true. That one. You just like basically did that.
No, I remember like I built the thing and then I was like,
Yeah, hot dog will suit the VIP section very good. I said suit.
I also was like, then it turns out I feel like it's actually pretty.
And you're a VIP, so
2 more questions.
you should suit.
Wait, this one's funny. I'm curious for this question. Why did you make a VR game instead of a Minecraft?
well, we did make a lot.
We did make a lot of Minecraft maps. I feel like Steve's as a Minecraft map would be.
Yeah.
That being said, it's just like making Minecraft maps. I saw some really cool concepts.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's not fun.
Originally, I had a giant wall,
Yeah. Where did the community world?
so I removed it to put glass.
Well, we love seeing what you guys build all the time, and we always thought private worlds would be limited. Like, sure, it's a great way to. It's a very simple way to build and live friends, but we wanted to give people the chance to like bring their world to a wider audience. The thing that we did with just like stuff. So we were super adamant about it. It was always planned. And it was just a matter of, and then we thought we were ready and we were ready to build it, and then it's really been nice. It's really good.
Yeah, the other thing that I thought was really like interesting about Community World was, I mean, at least this may change eventually, but like when Community World first released, we thought a really interesting aspect that made it very different from other games.
People are going to go crazy for the number of rooms. So first, we got Visitor. We got Visitor, it's called, what's it called? It's called Visitor Interview Room. And then we got YouTubers Only Room. Now we got VIP room. And then we're going to have owner room, which is going to be massive.
You know what else is massive?
It's like a real thing.
But this place is where I'm probably going to do the most filming at.
All right. Last question.
The fans aren't working.
Handle that.
You know,
Huh? Can you make it to where you can actually ride the fans?
Can you fit?
No, it's I used to be like that. I really
The slow one?
Which?
the question that keeps getting
Oh.
him.
Wait, which
And I'm also gonna buy a room over here, and it's gonna be a Hall of Fame. And I already know it's gonna have you and Devin's name already.
But is it inevitable?
Can you make it to where you can actually fly with the fans?
Do another bat reskin?
Hell yeah. We can do another kind of skin.
It's kind of, I don't know. Why don't you remove maps, maybe?
Why I think that's good enough. So this is a difficult one to kind of explain, but really
Look, it's down there.
The question is research.
Oh yeah.
Why
do we remove maps? Especially like every map I feel like it's someone's favorite. You know, someone. But the main reason we remove maps is because like for as big as a youth community is and as much as we like love the fact that there's like so many people, we still recognize that like at a given moment there aren't like
Okay. Now we need to make the door to the
infinite, it's like people,
like yeah. So
there's like there's overwhelming.
yeah. So part of it, like a big part of it, is that like we still want to make sure the game is approachable, and if we want to keep adding new maps with every update, like we're going to have to crazy.
Yeah, imagine you have to like walk through 20 maps to get to like island or something.
Yeah. So that's one aspect, and then the other aspect, of course, is just like fundamentally we think that like the amount of like things like there's like already so much to do that like if like all these like old maps that kind of like offer like roughly the same things, we're still there. It would just like kind of like it would lead to a more confusing experience.
Yeah.
Like a more just like
I think something I do want to touch on though is like no map ever is really taken away from the game. Like every map, like even built on sharing and on like everything, like all the maps like still exist, right?
that's
it's up to you to find, but they definitely and the official public world will always be sort of like
very specific,
right? And it's like it's cool to be there in the moment when it is like like it marks moments in time when the world changes, and it's like for the it creates memories for the people who are there at that time, and that adds a special place in people's hearts, I think. So.
Yeah, I think that's really cool. And then the other thing that I think is also nice is that because the public world is just one aspect of the game, we also think that like there's value in having some of the experience. If Eve is really a game about celebrating everything, we don't want everything to be just the best stuff. So that's another thing. But yeah, so we're not doing it because we hate maps.
Question.
It's a very complicated thing.
How are we supposed to get it? Like, if only VIPs are allowed here.
You're automatically a VIP.
Anyway, thank you all so much for
what if the other people get in?
And thanks for meeting us in the game. I had a blast seeing people doing sports lab and doing. I've never beat my
I'll go one day.
And yeah, I mean, have a good rest of your weekend. As I mentioned, there's a lab on Monday. So
Yeah. Mark your calendars, July 17th.
oh yeah, that's the really golden date.
Yeah.
July 17th.
And there will be more news. I can't say what, but I can just say there will be between now and July 17th. More.
So only VIPs can get in now?
There's pieces of information that you're going to want to see.
All right. Thank you all.
Alright.
What if the other people from the team color?
Bye, everyone. Thanks for joining us. And until next time.
We can?
How do we do this thing? Last time I feel like it's been 24 hours. Okay. If you're still here, you're gonna watch us try to find the point.
I can't find my cursor.
Oh, you gotta press the
Got my phone? My phone. Well, this actually looks amazing. Hey, I'm gonna let you copy it, so if I get off, you can work on it. Okay? Don't. If this room gets popular, I'm going to make a video where it lasts 6 days. Well, anyways, I'm going to do a video where I'm in your room and people have to search up your room, and they have to add me, and it lasts 6 days, where I decide if they are VIP or not.
You can't do that. They have to buy VIP.
What?
They have to buy VIP.
They said they have to buy VIP. They said they have to buy for this room in my world. Why do they have to buy it? Yeah.
That's how it works.
No, I go into my community. My world.
They have.
No, it's not in a community world. It's in my wild.
You can't give VIP in there then.
You can't give VIP in here? Huh? Well, I can remove the wall and they can get in.
You'd have to be in the server every single time.
I know. That's what I'm going.
And they have to be added with you.
That's what I'm.
Why don't you just buy a community world for it?
Huh?
Why don't you just buy a community world for it?
Because they would have to pay.
I know, let's say someone heard about it on YouTube. They would have to add you somehow to go into it.
Because I was being one of your guys' world
24/7?
for 6 days.
Yep. Why don't you just buy community world for it?
Isaiah said it's too expensive.
500 buck coins?
Community world is expensive. 500 for 15 days, though.
Yeah, and you get a free donation every day.
Do you get the butt coins from it?
Yeah, you can earn buck coins from it.
Ew.
It can either be the best investment or the worst investment. It's a chance.
Well, we gotta finish the world first. Isaiah, do you know what this staircase is for? It's supposed to be like, you know, those places where they have a microphone and So, Isaiah, I want you to add a lamp right beside the couch. Yep. Does it work? Oh, you have crystals, like those neon light crystals? I need some.
Are you gonna start a Yeeps YouTube channel?
Yep.
Can I be your editor?
Sometimes.
I'm a really good editor.
Okay, so. Don't make me say no. Isaiah, I need those neon crystals. I need neon crystals. Can you make them neon, like different colors? Like any colors? Keep on making neon crystals. Isaiah, that's enough. Just keep on painting the rest. I don't want all of them. Mostly red, alright? Okay, now blue. And these two blue. Yeah, oh. Okay, come on. I need your help. I need your help setting up the Christmas. Okay, thank you. Did you fix them? Devil, what app do you use to edit your videos? CapCut? Edit.